Welcome again, children. Now we are going to do three-dimensional questions in trigonometry. And this is type 3 in our website, examprep.world. You can practice them there. Let's see what is three-dimension question. I'll explain you in this fashion. Okay, I'll draw a cube here. So, you are able to see from one side of the cube. The back side I will draw in dotted line. Okay, what is happening? Okay. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. 8 vertices of the cube. Okay. Now, if I want to see, imagine a cubical room, right? Cubical room like this room. So you will have diagonally opposite corners, one on that corner and one here, right? Suppose I want to find the length if I join CH. You're understanding, right? Not from bottom corner of the room to diagonally opposite corner of the room. This is the one. Suppose I want to find the length of this. How will I find? Okay. It can be cube or cuboid. All rooms are not cube, right? They are cuboid, something like a rectangular prism. So like a hall. So if you have to find the length of this particular diagonal, how will you find? Without trigonometry, we can do, okay, most of the cases. But when you have to find the angle, obviously we need to employ trigonometry. So first we will try to find the length of the diagonal. So let this one be L. L. Okay. This is side of the cube is L. All the edges are L. Even the height is also L. Right? All edges, because cube is where all the edges are of equal length. Right? Can we find this one? The line joining on the ground, the diagonal on the floor. Diagonal on the floor. How can we find the length of this? You can use Pythagoras theorem because this is also L, right? And this one is 90 degrees because the bottom will be a square, okay? And all the angles will be 90. This angle will be 90, this angle will be 90, this angle is 90 and this angle is 90. So L, L, and this is the hypotenuse. So it is root of L square plus L square, which is L root 2. L root 2. Okay. Now look at this one. HBC. So if you see, because it is in 3 dimension, it's a right angle triangle, right? If I join a thread from one corner of the room to the diagonally opposite corner and see the height, will it not be a right angle triangle? I'll pull this right angle triangle outside of this cube, so you will be able to understand. So if I pull this right angle triangle out of this, this was our L root 2, this line, it is HB, and this side is L, the height, right? Now this diagonal thing we had to find. Use once again Pythagoras. L square plus L root 2 whole square. Okay. How much it is? Calculate. It should be L root 3. 4L square. It is root of L square plus 2L square. So yeah, it is L root 3, right? So it is L root 3. So the length of HC is L times root 3. For a cube it is. For cuboid it will be different because the dimensions are different. The length, width and height are different. Here everything is L. So it is, the floor diagonal will be L root 2 and the diagonal from corner, one corner to the other diagonally opposite corner will be L root 3 for a cube. So in your SATs you can use directly this instead of deriving the length. Okay. For a cube, you can remember diagonal of a floor is L root 2 and diagonal from one corner to other corner is L root 3. Right. Now, if they ask you to find this angle, which angle? This angle. So, we know this is L root 2, this L root 3, and let this be theta. Okay. Now, what are the ratios? This is adjacent and this is the hypotenuse, because you have a 90 degrees here. Okay. So, what should we use? Cos theta equals to L root 2 over L root 3. Cancel the L. Now, can you find theta by inversing it? Yes. Theta equals to cos inverse of root 2 over root 3. Right? You will get your theta. So, let us do that. Cos inverse of 35.26. So, it is 35.26 degrees. So, this angle is 35.26 degrees. So, this is how actually we work in three-dimensional trigonometry. The trigonometry will come only when we have to find angles, but most of the time you will be able to do it from your Pythagoras theorem. Okay. If it is not a cuboid or maybe or a cube, or it's something like a pyramid, then obviously yes, you will have to use trigonometry. We will do those kind of questions also. Okay. So let's begin with our questions. I hope you have understood the concept. Okay. So this is our first question. Same thing here. The side is 10, 10. All sides are 10, 10, 10, 10. Right. They are asking you to find AB. What is AB? Diagonal of one corner to the diagonally opposite corner of the cube. So I told you this is L root 3. L root 3. Right. So what is L here? 10. So we can straight away write 10 root 3, and that's your answer. 10 root 3 what? They have not given anything. 10 root 3 centimeter. But they are asking us to find the angle between AB and the edge BC. AB and the edge BC, this angle. Right. So pull this triangle outside, and this is L. So I am pulling the triangle outside. So this is hypotenuse. L root 3 is hypotenuse, and what is this? L. We will not take care of this because we can solve our angle. This is the angle theta. So theta is equal to cos inverse of L over L by root 3. L cancel. Cos inverse of 1 by root 3. .74. 54.74 degrees. That should be your answer. Okay. Easy. Once you have sides, you can always find the angle. Let's do the next one. Here, see, I was always talking of cube and cuboid. This is cuboid where the dimensions are different. See, the length is 10, the width is 8, and height is 6. Right. This is relatively simple question. Find hx. Hx. That means a line joining from H to X. This one is 8. We know because this is 8, this is also 8. This whole thing is 10, so this is 5. Right. Now, we know that inside this is a 90 degrees. So, what we can do? Hx equals to root of 8 square plus 5 square. Directly you can use Pythagoras theorem. So, it is root of 64 plus 25 root 89, which is 9.43. 9.43. Understanding, right? Hx is done. Hy. H2y. Now, if you have join hy here, I'll erase this hx so that it doesn't confuse you. Now, we have to find hy. So, this side is how much? 8, because this is 8, this is also 8. So, this side is 4. And what is this side? 10. So, hy will be equal to root of because hy is hypotenuse for that triangle, which is 90 here, right? So 10 square plus 4 square, which is under root of 116, right? What's the value? 10.77. 10.77. I've set my calculator to 2 digits decimal. That's why it's rounding off to two digits decimal. Okay. Otherwise, you will get longer digits. Always keep 2 digits after decimal. That's good enough. Okay. So hx is done. Hy is done. Hx is done. Now angle DXH. DXH. Sorry, we had to find hx. 1 second. Because DHX. Oh, DHX is 90. Because if you join hx, so this angle has to be 90. So it is 90 degrees. Because see, it is perpendicular. Na? Any line drawn on the floor and vertical line. So any line drawn on the floor and vertical line will be at 90 degrees, right? Whether it is drawn in which angle, whichever angle on the floor, this will always be perpendicular to the height. So it is 90. And DYH. DYH. Now for DYH, we need to find first dy. We have to find the length of dy. For that, we need dh and hy. Hy we already know. Dh also is 6, right? This is 6. So we have to find dyh. Dyh. So let this be theta. We have 6 and we have 10.77. So what we can do is equal to tan inverse of opposite over adjacent, 10.77. This will accurately give you your dyh. Okay, let's do that. Shift to tan inverse of 6 divided by 10.77. 29.12. 29.12 degrees, and that should be your answer. Okay, so be a little careful. So in this kind of question, you need to have a very strong power of imagination, of imagining cube, right? Develop that skill if you don't have, because without that, if you can't imagine a cube and you can't imagine diagonals in air, it is a little difficult, right? Either you have to have a model in front of you or you have to have power of imagination, right? So we can't have a physical model, but definitely you need to develop the power of imagination. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Here we have a pyramid. It's a square pyramid. The base is a square and the pyramid. He said all the edges are 12 meters in length. All edges, including the base and the side. Everything is 12. Okay. So this is 12. Everything is 12. Everything. Wherever you see the edge of pyramid, it is 12. Even this one is 12. So 4 vertical edges and 4 ground edges. All are 12. Now we have to find the angle, a slant angle and the base. So this is a slant angle. I already marked it in the question. So to know this angle, I need to know this height, and I will use this right angle triangle. I don't need the height, I can find this one. How? It is half of the diagonal. It is 12. The whole diagonal is 12 root 2. So this side, so BD will be 12 root 2, L root 2. I showed you in the beginning of the video, right? For a square, see, I'll show you once again. If this is a square, this is L, this is L. This will be L root 2. Use Pythagoras theorem, you will get this. So this is L root 2 from B to D. So 12 root 2. Now DM is how much? It is half of 12 root 2. Half of 12 root 2 is 6 root 2. This is 6 root 2. And this side is how much? 12. The edge, they already gave us. Now finding the angle theta is very simple for us now. Which ratio you are going to use for theta? We have adjacent and we have the hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse is cos theta. So let us say cos theta equals to cos inverse of 6 root 2 over 12. Is that right? So 6 2 times, okay, it is this. So you can solve this one. Cos inverse of 1 by root 2. So cos inverse of 45 degrees. This is 45 degrees. Okay. So the angle which they wanted is 45 degrees. So this theta is 45 degrees. Okay. Pause, as I have been repeating in every video. Pause. Don't see the whole video and try to do the questions. Pause at every stage by step, and do it yourself. Once you put your pen on paper, draw it. Your brain will try to absorb things. Okay. That's the way we learn mathematics. Okay. Now so that was the end of this kind of questions, and I want you to practice from the given questions in the website. Thanks.